What is up today, guys? I'm going to be talking about PlayStation All-Stars 2. And, if there is a PlayStation All-Stars 2, this is what I want to have in the game, because as fans, we want a lot of stuff to happen, and this game is one of them. So, PlayStation All-Stars 2 would need to happen. These are the stages I would like to see. I'm adding some pictures in here because I can't make every stage myself. So of course I'm gonna show you guys the pictures of the stages that should have been in the game or would have been in the game that got canceled. So here's the Gravity Rush and Journey stage. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stage that should have definitely been in the game, but of course it has gotten canceled. So this is one of them, that should be in the next game since it wasn't in the first one. Okay, and the Uncharted 2 stage. This stage looks pretty cool. I like how they showed you how you can ride on the train and how it's mixed with the Warhawk stage, and I think they did a nice job on it, man. Like, I don't know why would they not put it in the game, but at least Uncharted and the characters were put in the game, so that's pretty good. I just think it would have been nice, and like I said, since they make it in the first game, making the second one. Now, I was on Google for the next images. This is stuff that I looked up, and I found the pictures to make it kind of look like a stage and to say, it should be in the next one. So here we go with Spyro. Now look at this freaking stage. Now this is from the original Spyro game, and I don't know how I found this image, but it just looked like it fit, doesn't it? Like, going from the other stages and looking at this, it just looks beautiful. Just imagine this with characters on it fighting and stuff, and dragons in the background. This Spyro stage looks beautiful, and with the waterfall and everything, just imagine the theme in the background. I think it looks awesome. Okay, next we have the God of War stage from the Ascension. Now look at this. You know how in the first one they had like Hades in the background and stuff? This one, I don't know who that guy is. I haven't played God of War, so I don't know who that guy is. But just imagine him in the background. You can hop on that little ledge over there. You can start jumping around. He can probably do some stupid stuff on the stage and try to mess you up. But it just looks like a stage that you can play on. Like, if it was centered and pushed more to the right, you can probably see the entire stage. But it just looks like a stage you would want to play on, and it just looks fun. And the next one I got real creative with. I got super creative with. Now if you look at this image, you can be like, man, what the heck is this? I don't know what this is. Or some of you guys may know, if you had a PlayStation 2, this is the mansion from Grand Theft Auto Vice City. And now y'all might be thinking, why would Grand Theft Auto be in a PlayStation All-Stars game? It used to be an exclusive, man. And certain characters in the old one, wasn't exclusive. But if you think about it, to celebrate Sony for this milestone, Grand Theft Auto was basically an exclusive, so might as well put him in, put in the game. Now look at this image. This is inside. This is outside. That's inside. So I think this will look pretty nice. Guys can fight inside the mansion, and this will be the room that you can fight in right here. Now I think like that. I was thinking, you know what? How can I incorporate Grand Theft Auto? You guys should be able to fight in the mansion. I think it would just be awesome. And if they don't have it in the game, just a thought that, just to have something dealing with Grand Theft Auto in the game, that would be good. The mansion, it would just be a great place. Inside, in front of the yard, inside the house, on top of the house, it would just be good. So the next one, which is everybody should be talking about, is Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts, yes, Kingdom Hearts. As you can see, it's Kingdom Hearts. What they call it, Destiny Island. As you can see the bridge, you can see where you fought Riku at. I don't have any spoilers, but if you know Kingdom Hearts, obviously it's the beginning of the game. I don't think I'm gonna spoil the beginning of the game. You fight Riku, and I think it'll be a cool stage. I mean, it's a Kingdom Hearts stage. Do I have to say any more? A Kingdom Hearts stage. I believe you should be able to fight on the bridge and then go all the way down and come back up. Like, just looking at it like this, at this angle, I think it would be a great stage. I mean, it's Kingdom Hearts. You can't really say nothing else about that. Let's see, ModNation Racers. This is the next one I have. Now, ModNation Racers, they kind of went into, I don't know what happened to the game. I had the game on the PSP Go, and I was thinking, man, what happened to him? And since Tag was a minion in the first game, why not just let him have an entire map, or you know, if not, be a character in the next game, which is All Stars 2. So I figure, you know, just have some cars in the background. You can have a map, and there you go. And the next one, you guys may be like, where'd you get this from? Boom. MLB The Show. Now, MLB The Show is a PlayStation exclusive. So I believe they can get away with it. I'm not saying like have a whole bunch of MLB teams all at once, but at least have a baseball field and, you know, have somebody hit it. But you can play on the baseball field. I think that would be pretty cool. You can be on the dugout or just have something dealing with baseball, and to know that it's MLB The Show, because, you know, I just find it cool. That would just be a cool map to fight on the baseball field. I don't know why, it just seems cool. But the next image, and you may be like, you know, what is this, man? This is not a map, but this is Metal Gear Solid 5. And as you can see in the background, it's raining and it got this look to it. Now just imagine this, you know, move the box and turn it sideways. It's raining and everything. This can be an awesome map. Like, just think about you fighting on this stage with characters that you would love to see. Hey, if Snake in the game, you know, riding. I think this would be a beautiful stage, just how this looks. And fighting at night. And they kind of, you know, got that vibe to it, like, you know, something about to go down. Okay, the next one. I have to go back. And I have to go with Crash Bandicoot when he's facing Papu Papu. Now, if you look at this stage, you'll be like, man, it's too small or whatever. But if you actually look at it, it looks like the type of stage that you will fight in. It looks like an arena, but it's circle. You know what I'm saying? It looks like that you can. It's made for fighting, which it is. It's a boss level, so it's obviously made for fighting. And of course, this dude won't be attacking the whole map, but he can probably be in the background and do some stupid stuff to you while you try to fight. So it'll be like a bigger map, you know. It's just so zoomed out right now, but I mean, I think it looks cool. Look at Crash getting messed up right now. And speaking of Crash, I would love to see Crash in the game. Why not? It's Crash. He's supposed to have been in the game, but, you know, just be talking about the second one. But if somehow, some way, this stage needs to be in the game. Okay, now the next one is The Last of Us. Now, I don't know how this image is going to come out, but it looks kind of horrible right now. But you may be like, okay, what's up with this? Now, just imagine you playing, you know, with the scenery like this in the background. You know, you can just have some broken down cars. You can fight on the river. You can fight on this grass right here, and it'll just be a good map. The Last of Us is just awesome. I mean, I haven't played it, but I've seen some gameplay for it, and I heard it's one of the best PlayStation games of all time. Now, I don't know about all that, but hey, to be in the next game as a map would be awesome. You know, Joel and everybody, that would be cool. Now, I mean, it seemed like my maps are like kind of downgrading, because that Spyro map that I just so happened to find, that was just awesome. But next, we will have a huge fan favorite, a Final Fantasy map. Now, I do not know if this is actually Final Fantasy. It looks like some Wipeout type stuff, but just imagine this as a map for All Stars. Now, you're not gonna be all over the place, but just stuff in the background, it just looks beautiful. You know, just having certain things. And I'm going from like old to new, back to old, back to new. So that's what you can do right there. And I think it would be a great fit for Final Fantasy to be recognized in a PlayStation All Stars game, because it's All Stars. It's supposed to be people that made it to where we are today. So, you know, Final Fantasy, of course, Cloud, Lightning, all of them, even Sephiroth. And, you know, if Sora has a stage, you know, Kingdom Hearts, why can't Final Fantasy have a stage? So next one I'm gonna go with for the next stage is No Man's Sky. Now, if you look at this, you can be like, yo, what are you trying to get out of here? Now, just imagine for this stage, it kind of, you know, I ain't even gonna go there. I ain't even gonna say that other franchise name because we talking about All Stars right now. But if you can see what I'm saying, I'm gonna give an example. Just imagine you're on the ship of No Man's Sky, and you're basically just flying through the air the entire time on the stage. That would just be amazing. So No Man's Sky to be in map and place in All Stars 2, it would just be exciting. Like you just start off on the ground like this, and then right when the dude says fight or the lady says fight, if they change it up, if they do it in general, and then you just lift off on the space aircraft and you just go through all those beautiful visuals in the background. That would just be amazing, man. I love that. You know, people have certain favorite stages they can do, and I think a whole bunch of people would love to see that stage. The next one I got, Assassin's Creed. And this is not an exclusive, but sometimes it almost acts like an exclusive. Like they always give, you know, PlayStation better DLC. They always, for this game, I know people like, oh, they don't give DLC, but for this game, it seemed like it's an exclusive. They always, you know, they had Ezio in the commercial for the Tomato commercial. They always advertise it on their channel at E3. It's always, you know, for Sony, and I think it would be cool. And why not have an Assassin's Creed? And look at this background. You know, just imagine fighting in this statue in the background. You know, people taking out each other. It would just look beautiful. So yeah, it would just be nice. Alright, now you may not know what this game is, but this is from the PlayStation, the original PlayStation. Now some people, some huge fans will know what this stage is. Have you thought about it yet? Okay, this is the stage of one of the characters that got canceled from the game. His name is Dark. This is from The Legend of the Dragoon. Now, I don't have no HD pictures because it was from the PlayStation. But this is a part of the game. And just imagine it's like a nice little bridge with stuff in the background, you know, people fighting. You can just fight on this small bridge. I don't know what it is with bridges, but it just seems like they make for good maps. And Legend of the Dragoon, definitely deserves Dart in the game and have himself a map. You know, they need to have everything Dart in the game just because he was canceled. Okay, so the next one is Infamous Second Son. Well, this is actually from Infamous First Light. This is when Fetch went to the training area. Now, you see a bridge in the background. Just imagine a facility and everything going on in the background, but we're fighting on that bridge. I think that would be a good spot to fight, and because it's the training arena, and it seems like every fighting game has a training place. Even though they had one of All Stars, but you know, just another one, and just it's Infamous, and it's the new one. So you know, as you know, a good Cole, evil Cole, maybe they can be the same person, and Deslin and Fetch can have their own personal characters. So that would be nice too. Alright, dang, the picture looks horrible, but I don't know if it does on the thing or not. But if you can see this, or if you can't see this, this is Socom. This is a shooting game, and it's actually owned by Sony, which I did not know. I just thought it was a shooting game, and it was just a shooting game. I have had Socom Fire Team Bravo or something like that, and I can just imagine a map with people shooting in the background, kind of like the Resistance map, you know, San Francisco, even though it was mixed with Slide. And I know these stages in the first one were mixed with different stages, but I'm just, you know, trying to give an overview of you know, just the stage itself, and you know, if they would like to come out with it or something like that, I think it would be nice. So yeah, just imagine you fighting on this, you know, abandoned place, and some dudes show up in the background and they shooting, and you in the snow and you just fighting. I think it would just be cool. And now I pulled this way from back in the day because I used to have this game. This is My Street. I had this game on PS2. It was interesting. I had to really think. I wasn't used to like really thinking on games like that. And I think it would be cool of us being in the middle of the street fighting in the game if we was playing All Stars. Kids in the background. I mean, you just think about it. It's called My Street, and even though I don't know if it's a bad image of kids fighting in the street, but not all of them are kids. What Kratos and Drake, they grown men, but it just the whole My Street thing is like you claiming your territory, and I just think it would be cool because in My Street you can do anything. Even a volleyball, they had playing volleyball. It was just like a competitive thing anyway, so I think it would just fit. And you playing in the middle of the street would just be awesome. Now the next one, you may be like, is this Dead Space? No, it's not Dead Space. This is Dead Nation, a Sony PlayStation exclusive. Now, if they had a Dead Nation stage with zombies and stuff in the background, or just like this is supposed to be like the DLC or something like that. If they just made it look like said it was Dead Nation, and made it look like something like this in the background with like stuff in the cells and busting out glass, I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah, I can't really say nothing else about it. Or they can, since I was talking, I haven't really said nothing about mixes, but they can mix Dead Nation and they can mix Resident Evil together inside the stage, and that would be sick. So the next one we got, you can't see that either, I don't believe, is The Order. The Order. A lot of people didn't like the game, I heard, but The Order, it's a new franchise, and hey, it deserves to have a map in the game, and it's new. If they're promoting other games, why not promote that one? It was supposed to be the PlayStation 4, game to go to. So I mean, if you have, if you want that game, if you want it, I don't even know what to say about it because I haven't played it. I don't have a PS4, but it looks like a cool map if it was to be in the game, just to fight it and to have it represented. Now, what I got next is a new game. This game is called Rime. Now, I don't know what it is about something with rain, but I just think this game looks awesome. And when I get a PS4, I will get this game. And since it is not out yet, and I don't know when it's going to be out, to have Rime, a character who it looks like is going to have like some Hercules type background to him, I think he's gonna fight. So if he's a character in the game, he should have his own stage to promote that game too. And to have this stage and to have the rain in the background and everything, I think it would be cool. It's just something about it, I don't know. And my final one for now, I don't know if I'm gonna have part 2, but it's all I can find, is a Rayman stage. Now this picture is the awful, but this is from Rayman 3D HD. But this is nothing HD about this picture. But yeah, I think this would be great because how it just looks like something about to go down. Like if you had everybody in this one thing and change the backgrounds, this fire dude in the background trying to charge at you and lose AP and stuff like that, I think it would be pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, that's all I got for this one. I'm not sure, and I don't know if I told you guys this, but I'm gonna go back to the Spyro now. Spyro, he may be back with Sony. I'm not sure, I don't know, but I think he's back with Sony. I don't know about Crash Bandicoot, but Spyro, I have a good feeling. So at E3, if you hear something about Spyro, you heard it here first. Unless somebody else, because I had posted a comment on Jeremiah's page, so Jeremiah, and I said Spyro, because on the wiki page, I know you're not supposed to trust wiki, but on the wiki page, it didn't say anything about Crash Bandicoot, and it showed all the other games like, what 1886 and Killzone and Infamous and everybody. But somehow Spyro was on that page. If you guys look at it, it actually said from the year 2000 or something like that, when Spyro came out, to like 2008 or something like that. and then it showed Activision from 2008 to the present, but then it showed Sony again from 2015 to the present. I'm like, what? 2015 to the present. It is 2015. So does that mean that Sony has gotten the rights for Spyro this year, right now, before E3? But I haven't seen anything about Crash Bandicoot. I mean, it's wiki. I mean, I don't understand that. You can go to the Spyro page itself, or you can go to the Sony Computer Entertainment, and it will show you that Spyro is listed. And like, Spyro is listed on Sony Santa Monica's computer, you know, list of games that they own. And if you go to the Spyro page, it will show you that they still publish it. It say 2015 to the present. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm coming up with more. There we go.